What's up, guys? This is gonna be a short one. I have my second TR50 right here, and I was able to remove this fiber optic sight relatively easily. Before I did any sort of loosening of screws and all that stuff, I was looking at this, and it's sort of indented in a little bit. Sorry, my camera's super close. So this is the way it is in the marker, and it's angled with this kind of little swoop thing. So what I did was I'll just place it back in there. Okay, so that's how it is out the factory. This is the Generation 2 TR50, and I was wondering how to get in there without snapping it like how I did with my first one. So what I did was I got a piece of paper, I kind of like wedged it a couple times, and then I stuck it underneath the fiber optic sight because there's a little like a step right here, like a molded piece of plastic that's going to keep on pushing this forward. Uh, and if you, so basically I was trying to figure out how to take this off without snapping it, and then that step that's molded into the plastic was kind of keeping it from pushing out. So what I did was I was pushing my finger up against it. It was just getting like stuck further into this little notched area right here. And I tried pushing it with a paper clip, and it was also still just kind of like getting stuck right there. So I put a piece of paper underneath this to make like a ramp, I guess, for it. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm holding my camera with my hand, so I'm super clumsy right now. So I'm gonna put the camera down really quick. I'm gonna wedge a piece of paper under there. All right, this is only kind of half in, but what you can do is I've never really messed with fiber optic sites before, but so some people might already know this, but you can push this forward a little bit, and then you'll have a little bit of space in between that black plastic and the end of the fiber optic sight. And like I said, I'm doing this with one hand, so I can't get it the way I want it to show on camera, but you could just kind of push it forward a little bit more, and there's a little bit more space right there between the fiber optic green part and the black shell. And I'm going to put this paper in there and make this like a little ramp so that the fiber optic will go onto the paper and slide up the paper instead of getting stuck in that little crevice on the black part. So I'm going to do that really quick. All right, still kind of in there, kind of like janky, but I'm going to push the front of this down toward the front of the barrel, and you can use a paper clip or use the back of your finger, but you can't push it through this little tiny hole with your fingernail. So you're going to need a paper clip or something skinny. Maybe like a really small Phillips screwdriver might help you out, but I just used this old paper clip I found in a drawer around here. So I'm gonna wedge that paper in there a little bit more, and then paper clip it out, like push it out from the back. You know, push it. Trying to do this with one hand. Sorry. Push it that way. So I'm gonna get the paper clip and push on this to push it through, and then push on that side to push it through. It was pretty easy. So I'll be right back. All right. So you can also like if you have a longer fingernail, you can kind of wedge it underneath there to keep that bent part of the fiber optic sight from getting in that crevice on the black plastic, and then push it with the paper clip and just let your finger guide this rounded edge out. So this is pretty much done now. I didn't snap this one, so this just came out. I don't know what size this is. Let me get a measurement really quick. It's probably 1 millimeter, but I'm gonna check. All right, you guys, so it looks like it's 2 millimeter thick. So from this edge to there, it looks like 2 millimeters. It could be like 1.5. I don't really have like much experience with fiber optic sites and stuff, but it looks like it's 2. Yeah, it looks like it's about 2 millimeters. So I'm not 100% sure, but it looks to me like it's 2 millimeters, judging from the the edge right here and the edge there right here. I'm trying to do this without moving the whole thing because it's so light. So it looks like it fits this gap right here, which is 2 millimeters. It could possibly be 1.5. I don't know if I'm measuring this correctly. I don't have a caliper to like check, but yeah, it looks like 2 millimeters to me. I could be wrong, but just with like a rookie eye, it seems as if it's 2 millimeters. Just about. I'm trying to straighten it. Cause yeah, from edge to edge, it looks like 2. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably 2. I was able to snap the other one that broke. I was able to like put it back in place, and it's not like falling out or anything. But that is a way to remove that. Just get your fingernail like underneath the arched part, and then with your other hand push a paper clip through the holes, and then just kind of guide it out. It's not that long, and it's pretty easy to do. My other one snapped pretty easily, but it's because I was using a metal screwdriver to try to like pull it out, and I already had these screws loosened up. So I should have did that first. And then the front sight, I mentioned it in the other video when I tore it apart. The front sight, you can see the shell, it goes straight and then it kind of swoops down and then it comes back out. So you don't have to mess with the front sight. And I think it has it's like larger in the front and back, so it's kind of like plugged in there. But yeah, you don't have to remove the front sight because the shell goes around it. It contours around it. And the only one you have to remove if you want to take this apart is the rear sight. So yeah, that's just a little tip for you guys on how to take off the fiber optic without destroying it. But this stuff is pretty easily available everywhere. I've seen it like at Walmart, and I'm pretty sure like Amazon and eBay and other places have little tiny like 4-inch lengths of this, and you just cut it however you need. And then I'm pretty sure you could use a heat gun to bend it and stuff. And you can get like purple, orange, pink, red, green. There's a lot of colors. So anyways, guys, have a good one. And yeah, next time I use this, it'll be restrictor removed, and I'll probably be trying the Devastators, and I'll probably try an airline with the MCS tank adapter and all that stuff, just to see if it goes higher than the previous one. The previous one, it was getting like 13 joules, but it was cold outside, and you know, a few other reasons. I think these drums are really snug. So yeah, I'll elaborate more on that on the next video. So have a good one.